As people look for those side hustles, we're asking, should employers have to disclose a salary range in a job posting? In the state of New York, most companies now have to, as a law requiring them to publish a good faith salary range for open positions, promotions, or transfer opportunities. Here to discuss this further is Samara Belitzky. She's an employment lawyer and senior associate with Samfiru Tumarkin. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what are your thoughts on this law that's coming to New York, or that exists in New York currently?
So I think it's a good step in terms of transparency and working towards pay equity. A lot of the rationale behind these types of laws that we're seeing in the US and in Canada as well is pay equity among genders, among minorities. And so I think it's a good step towards trying to bridge that gap that we're seeing.
Is there anything similar that exists in our country, or at least in Ontario where we're living?
So in Ontario, there actually was a similar law that was passed by the Liberal government years ago before the new government came into power. And that law was actually passed and it hasn't been implemented yet. So the law that I'm talking about is a law that would actually be very, very similar to the law in New York that was just put into force yesterday. And the law would actually include employers having to put salaries or salary ranges into job postings. Now, again, that hasn't actually been implemented yet. It's yet to be seen if and when it will be. I know that the current government was doing some consultation on it, but there was that law that's kind of just sitting there for right now.
Most definitely. Earlier in the broadcast, we were discussing some of the benefits of why this could be helpful, but what are the arguments to not be publishing these salaries ahead of time?
So I've definitely heard from different people with, on both sides of the coin, if you will, and I think that some of the employers are concerned that some of the candidates that might otherwise apply don't apply. For example, if they see that the salary range might not be in the amount that they want, rather than apply and have a discussion, they simply won't apply. And so then you're limiting your pool of candidates as an employer.
Most definitely. Part of this law is that salary information also needs to be published ahead of receiving or applying for a promotion. Would that be good for transparency in the workplace, do you think?
I think it would be helpful. From what we're hearing from employees, very, very frequently is that there is this lack of transparency in the workplace where they're not sure about salary ranges, whether it's a new candidate applying or somebody internal applying for a new position. So I think that when we're talking about transparency and pay equity moving forward, especially in the current job market, it's really helpful for these candidates, external or internal, to have as much information as possible.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for giving us your take on this. Really appreciate your time this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.